G'day guys, it's Simon Chapman here from Speedcafe.com, here to preview round 5 of the RYCO Supercars Championship at Winton Motor Raceway. We're here at Dick Johnson Racing. We're going to have a quick look around the museum. We'll get into that soon, but this is RYCO filters clearing the air. Before we look forward to Winton, let's have a look back at what happened at Wanneroo Raceway. Obviously 3 races there, 2 of those taken out by Triple Eight Race Engineering's Shane van Gisbergen, and the other win going the way of Will Davison in interesting circumstances, courtesy of a penalty to Cameron Waters in what was race 11 of the championship. Still, I think maybe a few sores left over from that one, and I'm sure Tickford Racing would love to get another win in their bag for this season. One of the big noteworthy incidents, obviously, of that weekend at Barbagallo was Scott Pye, who had a big crash on Sunday morning, which took him out of proceedings for the rest of the weekend. Team 18 worked really hard to get that car up and running. Unfortunately, they couldn't bring it out to Winton Motor Raceway for a test just the other week, but it should be ready in time for the forthcoming round. In terms of what that means for the championship, it's still Shane van Gisbergen who leads proceedings over Anton De Pasquale, with Will Davison sitting in 3rd. Cameron Waters is 4th in the championship, and Chaz Mostert has slipped down to 5th. Walkinshaw Andretti United had a really rough round at Barbagallo Raceway, qualifying on the back row between Chaz and Nick Percat. They'll be hoping to speed things back up at Winton, which is obviously their home track in terms of testing. Keeping with the Walkinshaw Andretti United theme, obviously in between rounds we had news that they will be switching from General Motors supply to Ford, which is a mammoth moment in terms of the championship's history. In 2023, when Gen 3 comes into effect, the team will switch to Ford Mustangs rather than the Chevrolet Camaro, and that's had a knock-on effect as well in terms of what's happening at Matt Stone Racing, who have confirmed that they will side with Chevrolet. Other news worth noting is obviously Team 18, who have signed Broom Beasley as their new team manager. Broom Beasley working at Erebus in the past and was also the boss of MTech Motorsport, which is the Castrol Toyota Racing Series team. This weekend we'll have 2 wildcards in the form of Jaden Ojeda at Walkinshaw Andretti United and Jordan Boys, who'll be racing for Erebus Motorsport. There'll be 2 drivers who are making their solo Supercars debut alongside Bryce Fullwood, Thomas Randall, Brock Feeney, Jake Kostecki, Brody Kostecki and Will Brown, who have all never raced as solo drivers at Winton Motor Raceway. Coming into this weekend, there's no real form guide to speak of. Obviously, the last time we were there was 2019, and it was Scott McLaughlin who got 2 wins for the Shell V-Power Racing team. So it's anyone's game as far as wins. There's no real form guide to really look at. Chaz Mostert got a pole, but he was at Tickford Racing, and a lot has changed since we were last there. Shane van Gisbergen has been the dominant force in 2022, but funnily enough, Triple Eight Race Engineering haven't been super strong at Winton Motor Raceway. Since 2013, they've only had 1 win, and that came in 2017 with Shane. Crucially for Triple Eight Race Engineering, they've had a recent test with young Brock Feeney as part of his rookie allocation, so it'll be interesting to see if that makes much of a difference for Triple Eight and their understanding of Winton. It's obviously quite recent, so we'll see if that plays into their form for this weekend. In terms of the championship points at the moment, it is still Triple Eight who lead the way on 1,812 points, but they're closely followed by the Shell V-Power Racing team, who are only 13 points adrift. So we could see some changes in terms of the pecking order by the end of this weekend. Obviously 3 races, 36 laps. We saw all sorts of chaos at Barbagallo, so wouldn't be surprised if we do see maybe a little bit of a shift by the time we get to the end of Sunday, especially considering that it is a strong suit for DJR. Tickford Racing are sitting relatively comfortable in 3rd in the team's championship, but the fight for 4th is really starting to heat up. There's just 3 points between Erebus Motorsport, Grove Racing and Walkinshaw Andretti United. Erebus have been relatively consistent with young Will Brown and Brody Kostecki, and meanwhile Grove Racing are doing a really good job with Lee Holdsworth and David Reynolds. Walkinshaw Andretti United, they've been a bit topsy-turvy, so if they can have a good weekend and bounce back from Barbagallo, expect to see them maybe leapfrog those 2 teams. As far as formats go this weekend, it's all action on Saturday and Sunday for the RYCO Supercars Championship. 2 practice sessions before the 3-part qualifying and the first of 3 36-lap races on Saturday afternoon. Come Sunday morning, we'll have 2 10-minute qualifying sessions to set the grid for the afternoon's 2 races. Make sure you follow all the action on Speedcafe.com with Mobile One live updates. Alright, that concludes our preview for the RYCO Supercars Championship, the Pizza Hut Winton Super Sprint. Let's go have a look at some of the cool stuff here at DJR.
RYCO Syntec oil filters are used by leading supercars team Tickford Racing on their Mustang V8 engines, and now you can get one for your road car. As part of RYCO's partnership with Tickford, significant production enhancements have been made to the Syntec range, including larger ports that improve oil flow and a thicker base plate for added protection against oil pressure surges during endurance events, whilst maintaining superior filtration and life. Syntec is a premium upgrade over OE, so ask your mechanic for RYCO Syntec at your next service and fit the best oil filter on the market.